Nothing's coming out anymore.
Why?
Give her a better blow than that.
You want blowing this?
Huh? No, don't run water through it.
You ran Gatorade to it.
I ran Gatorade through it, but only what was residually left in the bottle.
You ready?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to this week's update on the Bronco build. Just a couple things that we've gotten done since last week. I'm still waiting on a couple of parts for the fuel system. So if you guys remember last week, I told you guys I ordered a new tank, which we have now, which is right here. So it's one of those steel gas tanks. You can get like a plastic one as well, but I just opted for the steel one because it's cheaper. We also have a new fuel pump. I started putting this together. All right. So if you guys remember last week, I said I ordered the gas tank, and I also said I ordered the whole fuel pump assembly from Bronco Graveyard. I ended up canceling that order because they didn't actually have. They had all the other parts, like they had the float and the tubes and the top plug here, but they actually didn't have the pump in stock. So I canceled my order through them. I went down to O'Reilly and I got a pump. So I installed the pump on there, and the pump works. I tested it to make sure it works before we put it in the tank. But they didn't have the pump, so I ended up canceling that order. I made a different order just for the float and the top plug, which is pretty much all that I need because my tubes are okay. So yeah, so coming, it says it'll be here on Monday, so next week we should be able to get this tank in with the new float and the new top plug and everything. Then we're gonna have to fix all of the wiring and everything that runs to the tank for the fuel pump to actually work and everything, because if you guys know, if you've watched the other videos, these wires are kind of all, that big mess of wires there. It's all pretty damaged, so that's something that we're gonna have to do once we get the tank all installed and everything. But that stuff should be here on Monday, and then we'll be able to get all of that put in. So that's kind of a little update for now. What I'm gonna do today is, all right, so this tank, I'll pull it out of here so you guys can see it better. So what they do with these gas tanks, all right, they kind of coat them in this, I don't know, this film, you can kind of see it, this shiny, it's like a, whatever that stuff is that they do undercoating with, like, what the hell is that stuff called? The freaking not Flex Seal, it's the, I don't know, fluid film. All right, it's kind of like fluid film. All right, so they kind of put this fluid film kind of stuff on it to keep it from rusting. What I'm actually going to opt to do on this tank is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove all of that, strip all of that off, get it down to kind of like this bare metal here, sand it down, and actually paint the tank. I think that'll do a better job of keeping it from rusting instead of just this this fluid film kind of stuff on here, because as you can see, after about 20 or so years, it does rust, and I'm sure that one will also rust even after it gets painted and everything. But what I ended up opting for on the orange truck over here, when I replaced the tanks in this truck, actually I only replaced one of the tanks, the other one was actually fine, but as you can see on this truck, I bedlined the back tank, so that one shouldn't have any rust issues anytime soon. And then my front tank, I believe my front tank's actually plastic on this truck. So, oh no, it's metal. We have this little plastic thing here, but this one is bedlined as well, just in black. It's kind of like a undercoating that we used on the frame and everything else. So, yeah, I think that'll do better than the fluid film stuff. Also, the fluid film is gonna wash off, and you're gonna have to like reapply it like every year or so, or else it's just gonna all wear off. And it looks like this one was probably painted from the factory. Looks like it was painted like gray or something. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna strip all that off and hopefully get it ready for painting. There's not a whole lot to do right now since I don't have the rest of the parts for the fuel pump, so I can't obviously put it together and put it in the tank and put it in the truck without the other parts. So that's what we've got going on today. I think we'll go get started on that now. You're all wet. You're all wet. So in case any of you guys are wondering, this is the stuff I was spraying it with to get the wax and stuff off of it, or to get that greasy coating off of the tank before we could paint it. It's just this stuff. It's called Solve. Works pretty good. Cleans it up nice. So that's what we use for that. So that's just the first coat of primer. It's like an epoxy primer, so that'll we don't really got to sand that or nothing. We can just spray paint right over that. So that'll do a pretty good job of keeping rust out, especially with this, and then layer of paint over it. So should be good. All right, so that's pretty much the finished product. It's painted on one side. Gotta wait for that to dry and do the other side tomorrow. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, nobody's really gonna see it, but it'll keep it from rusting and stuff. So yeah, just a little thing for today. Just kind of doing a bunch of little things while I'm waiting for the big stuff to come in. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys like these little updates and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I used to do these when I was building the orange truck, do like a little weekly update, just kind of just doing little things until you know, I was able to do any of the big stuff. So I don't know. Let me know if you like them, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. Next week will be, hopefully, if my parts come in, putting the tank back in. We might even end up getting the Bronco to fire up if I can get the wiring sorted out. But we'll see if my parts come in. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, and I'll see you guys later.